Hi guys, Rob Provencher here from No BS Photo Success. I want to do a quick lighting tutorial on how I photographed Joe the sax player down in Costa Rica. Joe is a resident and well-known guy. He's from New York. He's an amazing sax player. So a couple of years ago I did a photograph shoot of him and we went on the beach. We met late in the afternoon. The sun was sort of setting. And here's the results. Now I'm going to show you the lighting configuration real quick, but just for now I want to show you this, that I shot it at f8 at an 80th of a second, ISO 100 with the Sony lens, 16-35, as you can see right here, which is an f4 lens, but obviously I shot it at f8. It's a really good lens. It's very, very sharp. And I believe the Sony was the here it is, A7R2. So let me go through each image and give you a little more of a detailed explanation. So that was the end result. Here's a poster I did for him where I added some lettering and I did a painterly effect on it. And I actually have a 20x30 canvas of this exact shot minus the lettering in my studio on my walls. It looks kind of cool because where I come from, you know, we get 4 seasons, a lot of winter, and it's kind of an exotic type picture and it looks kind of artistic. The way I did the painted effect was using Topaz impressions. So here I am. There's Joe. There's the beach. Sunlight streaming in from the side. Started off in the shade, open shade. I love shooting here. Behind Joe, the palm trees are letting some of the, you can see streaks of sunlight. This looks really nice. So I have the Sony in hand. I'm adjusting the lights. And you can see the 2 flashes I'm using are, I'll zoom in here. That's an R800. It's called a, I forget what it's called. 800. SB 800. From when I used to shoot Nikon. I got a bunch of those. And I have a 900 too, which I have right here. And the only time I use those flashes are when I need auxiliary secondary flashes, because I've switched over to the Godox system. This was 2 years ago. I did not get my Godox system yet. So what I'm doing is I'm firing this flash with the Pocket Wizard. As you can see, the receiver's on here and it's plugged into the flash. This flash is going to fire, and when it goes off, this one is on optical slave. And I don't know what the output is, but it's manual and probably, I'm not sure, 1/8, quarter of a power, I'm not sure. The way I shoot is I go in, I take a guess exposure, I get my baseline exposure, what is the ambient light, and then I darken it a little bit by increasing the shutter speed or increasing the aperture. And then I will adjust my flashes accordingly from that point on. Do you follow what I'm saying? I hope so. So here I am. There's the open sky. And here I am shooting. There I am on the beach. Now, these shots are... Well, let me go back to this for 1 sec. Just 1 sec. I want to show you something. This is set at 16 mil. So that lens is 16-35. It's pretty wide. But I wanted that distortion. And I wanted to get in close on the sax. This is an antique flash. It's worth a lot of money. It's, I think he told me it's from the 30s. It's got all kinds of like wear spots on it and all kinds of little bits of engravings and whatnot, and lots of wear and tear, and it looks kind of cool. So anybody who knows Tamarindo or has been there knows Joe. He's very well known in the area. His sax playing is off the charts. Okay, so that's how I shot that. And again, I do a test, I shoot everything manual, and I just sort of guess, make an exposure, adjust my flashes. Do I need more? Do I need less? And I wing it, I eyeball it. And I don't even shoot in RAW. Sacrilege, I know, sacrilege. I try really hard to get it in camera. So here I am adjusting and shooting right out in the open sunlight, but with the sun behind him. And I wasn't really crazy about the results here. I've included the sun in the picture, and you could see the lights coming in on the side. It was all right, but I really preferred the prior look. So here it is zoomed in a little closer, probably switching to the 85 Batis lens, which I also use as one of my workhorse lenses. Now the sun is starting to drop, and look at that moon and the moonrise in the background. That's kind of cool. I did not get it in the picture. I should have. But here I'm shooting, and I probably at this point in time turned off the Pocket Wizard. No, I did do some with the Pocket Wizard. There's the result there. See? Obviously I turned them a little more. And it's kind of all right. It's very flashy looking. But again, I still like the first version. And then I went with just full ambient light, which is what we got here. And these are some of my favorite shots as well. So I'm shooting with the 85. And this is probably the 16 to 35. Well, no doubt it is. And here we have the tides coming in. I love this shot. Look at the composition. We got the horizon on the top. Joe's off to the right. We got all the wave action. And then we got reflection of them right here. So that's basically that for that. And that's how I shot. That's how I shot and shoot when I'm using flash. And I find with the Godox system, I get to use a higher sync speed because it's a high-speed sync system. And I've been doing a lot more with that, and I'll have more of those coming later. I'm just looking at this shot here. This was at 200 of a second, which is the fastest you can go with flash at, old school sync, f4.5. And this was with the 85 mil. There it is right there. And this one, okay, I thought I had another one. This one here was probably, yep, there it is, 16 to 35. I shot this one. I'm trying to see. Focal length. All right, so this one is at 35. The one where I got in close, the first one you saw that I first showed you, was at 16, and then I would have zoomed out to 35 to get a wider sort of thing, which I got on this one here. And these here are obviously shot at, well, this one's at 35 as well. And this one was using the 85. You can see the data right over here to the right. So here I'm shooting at 2.8 at a 200 of a second. I often will shoot at 1.8, which is what this lens will do. I don't know why I didn't here, but I find I get amazing results. It's the 85 Batis lens. I also, since then, have purchased the 135 2.8 Batis, which I find exceptionally smooth and nice to work with. But anyways, that's how I shot Joe, and those are the results I ended up with, and ended up using it many, many times in my studio as part of my portfolio. And Joe has used many, many times for his music, promoting his concerts and what have you in that area. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, send me an email. I don't always check the comments. Make a comment, please. Like the channel. If you have any requests for other tutorials, I will do my best to help you out. Thank you.